Dear students, very good morning to all of you. In the last class, we have discussed principle of solar radiation. Now we are going to discuss sun as a source of energy. Already we know that sun is the largest member of solar system. And sun is having spherical structure, you can observe here, and with intensively hot gases. Now you can observe here, okay, so sun is having a diameter of 1.39 into 10 power 9 meters, which is at a distance from the earth is 1.495 into 10 power 11 meters, okay. So next, you can observe in the figure how, okay, the relation between the earth and sun you can observe. If you observe the sun, it is rotating about its own axis. Sun is rotating about its own axis, and if you see the earth is rotating about its own axis and rotating about the sun. Likewise, you can observe in the figure also. As observed from the earth, the sun rotates on its own axis. Okay, what we are saying, sun will be rotated on its own axis. Okay. So for every 4 weeks, okay. Next, at the innermost region of the core, the temperature is estimated, okay, between 8 into 10 power 6, between 8 into 10 power 6, between 8 into 10 power 6, the temperature will be between 8 into 10 power 6 to 40 into 10 power 6 degrees Kelvin. Huge amount of temperature will be available inside the sun, and the density inside the sun will be 100 times that of the water, and the pressure will be 10 power 9 and pressure will be 10 power 9 atm. The density inside the core will be 100 times the water and the pressure will be 10 power 9 atm. Such a huge amount of temperature will be maintained inside the sun, okay, through a fusion reaction. You can observe here. Fusion reaction we can observe in this, okay, video. You can clearly observe. Okay, fission reaction is nothing but dividing the atoms. Whereas fusion reaction is nothing but okay, combining the different atoms. Okay, so several fusion reactions have been suggested, but the important among them will be 4. Okay, you can observe here 4 hydrogen atoms. If you combine, you will have helium. Okay, helium 224 and an energy of around 26.7 megaelectric volts will be. Okay, electron volts will be. Okay, only if you combine 4 hydrogen atoms, you will have a. Okay. So 26.7 mega electron volts energy will be generated. Likewise, okay, because of the fusion reaction, huge amount of temperatures will be maintained inside the sun. So next one will be the earth. Earth is also having a spherical shape. And it is having value of 1.275 into 10 power 7. It is having a diameter of 1.275 into 10 power 7. Okay. So the earth makes, already we have discussed that. Okay. What we have discussed? Sun, okay, so rotates around its own axis for every 4 weeks. Okay. Here the earth will rotate about its own axis and it will rotate about the sun also. So here the earth will rotate about its own axis. Okay, 24 hours. Okay, in 24 hours, it can rotate about its own axis. Whereas, it will rotate around the sun for every 365 days. Okay, it will take 365 days, okay, to have a single rotation around the sun. That you can observe. Okay, its axis is inclined at an angle of 23.5 degrees. Okay, because its axis is inclined to the sun 23.5 degrees centigrade. The length of the day and night is changing. The length of the day and time will be changing, that you can observe. Okay. So, whatever the solar radiation received onto the earth, okay, 30% of that will be reflected back. 30% of that will be reflected back onto the atmosphere, which you can call as a Earth's albedo. Earth's albedo. This is about the basics of the Earth. Basics of the Earth, you can say. Next one will be extraterrestrial and terrestrial radiation. Extraterrestrial and terrestrial radiation. You can observe here the figure. Okay. This is the Earth. This is the Earth. You can observe. This is the Earth. So Earth. Over the Earth you will have an atmosphere. Over the Earth you will have an atmosphere. Already you know that in the atmosphere you will have different particles. Okay. You have gaseous particles like carbon dioxide, nitrogen, oxygen, ozone. Like that you will have a gaseous particles, and you will have, okay, so water droplets. Water droplets you will have, okay, and also you will have some dust particles. You will have some solid dust particles also there in the atmosphere. In the atmosphere that you can observe. Okay. So atmosphere, O2, CO2, O3, H2O, CO, NO2 dust and etc. that you can observe. Okay. And also some dust particles will be there. You can observe. Okay. So over the atmosphere at some distance you will have a sun. You will have a sun. Okay. So sun releases, okay, solar radiation in all the directions as electromagnetic waves. In all the directions as electromagnetic waves. As electromagnetic waves you can see here. Okay. So the total region above the Earth you can call as the atmosphere. The total region above the Earth you can call as a, okay, above the atmosphere you can call as a extraterrestrial region. Okay. So the solar radiation released from the sun is approximately equal to the solar radiation reached towards the extraterrestrial region. Okay. The solar radiation reached to the extraterrestrial region you can call as a extraterrestrial radiation. Extraterrestrial radiation, we can say that. Okay. The region between the sun and the, okay, the space above the atmosphere you can call as a extraterrestrial region, and the radiation received towards the extraterrestrial region you can call as a extraterrestrial radiation. Extraterrestrial radiation. Okay. The very, very important point will be the radiation released from the sun is approximately equal to the extraterrestrial radiation. Okay. So once the solar radiation entering into the atmosphere, okay, so it will be reflected, it will be absorbed, okay, such that solar radiation is keep on decreasing when you are moving towards Earth, the Earth. Okay. Finally solar radiation reaching towards the Earth. The region just above the Earth, the region surrounding the Earth, where the some of the solar radiation will be reflected, we can call it as a terrestrial region. Okay. The region surrounding the Earth, you can call it as a terrestrial region. The solar radiation fall on the Earth, you can call it that. Okay. So I receive it towards the Earth, you can call it a terrestrial radiation. Okay. The region that is surrounding the Earth, you can call it as a terrestrial region. And the radiation receiving towards the Earth, you can call as a terrestrial radiation. Likewise, we have a extraterrestrial region and we have a terrestrial region. Extraterrestrial radiation and, okay, terrestrial radiation. Likewise, we will have. And, okay, all these things we have discussed. Okay. So to calculate the extraterrestrial radiation, we have one empirical formula. I external is equal to ISC into 1 plus 0.033 cos of 360n by 365. Cos of 360n by 365 watt per meter square. So here ISC you can call as solar constant. Okay. Solar constant is defined as the solar radiation received for unit area per unit time. Solar radiation received per unit area per unit time. Okay. So here the solar constant will be approximately equal to 1367 watt per square meter. 1367 watt per square meter. Okay. So likewise you will have. Okay. The region around the Earth is called as the terrestrial region, and the radiation received towards this region you can call as a terrestrial radiation. Already we have seen it. Okay. So likewise, okay, in this class we have discussed. In this section we have discussed sun as a source of energy, and next one will be the earth. Sun as a source of energy, the earth, and the last one will be extraterrestrial and terrestrial radiation. Okay. So now 1 or 2 minutes I will conclude what we have discussed till now. Sun as a source of energy. First concept what we have discussed will be sun as a source of energy. So in this we have discussed mainly sun is the main part of the total solar system. Okay, because if the sun releases energy that we are tapping, this total concept we are calling as a solar system. So sun is the important system of the total solar system. Okay, I have mentioned already the diameter and how much distance it will be from the earth also. Okay, already we have seen sun always rotate about its own axis. Okay, for every 4 weeks one complete rotation it will complete. And okay, huge amount of temperature will be available inside the sun. We have seen that is 18 to 10 power 6 Kelvin to 40 into 10 power 6 Kelvin. Okay, that much of huge temperature will be maintained inside the earth, maintained inside the sun. Okay, the next concept, inside the sun. Okay, the density will be 100 times more than that of the water, and 100 times more than that of the water, and okay, so 10 power 9 atm pressure. 10 power 9 atm pressure you will have inside the sun. That much huge amount of energy is maintained inside the sun because of the fusion reaction. Already we know fusion reaction is nothing but combining different atoms. Okay, fusion reaction is nothing but dividing different atoms, and fusion reaction is nothing but combining the different atoms. Here, okay, many equations, fusion reactions are available, but the most important fusion reactions will be, okay, so many fusion reactions are suggested by researchers, but the most important fusion reaction will be, okay, 4 hydrogen atoms. If you combine 4 hydrogen atoms, you will have, helium and 26.4 mega electron volts energy will be released. Okay, so many fusion reactions are available, but this fusion reaction will be the popular one. Okay, 4 hydrogen atoms combined, you will have helium and huge amount of energy will be released. Okay, this will be about the sun. So next coming to earth. Earth we have seen, earth is in spherical structure. Earth is also in spherical structure. Already I have defined the diameter of the earth also. Okay, here the very important thing about the earth will be, earth rotates about its own axis, and also it is rotating about the sun also. Okay, self rotation as well as it is rotating around the sun. Okay, so to rotate about itself for one full rotation it will take 24 hours. To rotate about the sun for one full rotation it will take the 365 days that we have seen. Okay, already we have seen 23.4 degrees. It will be separated from the sun, so that there will be variation in the day and night. Okay, so and 30% of the solar radiation received onto the earth will be reflected back to the space. So the reflection is called as a Earth's albedo. Okay, this is about the Earth what we have discussed. And the last one what we have discussed will be extraterrestrial and terrestrial radiation. Extraterrestrial and terrestrial radiation. What we have seen will be sun releases radiation uniformly in all the directions, which will first reaches to the region between atmosphere and sun. Later it will be entered into the atmosphere, finally it will reaches to the earth. The region between sun and atmosphere you can call as a extraterrestrial region. Extraterrestrial region. Okay, the radiation received towards the extraterrestrial region you can call as extraterrestrial radiation you can call. And it is very important observation that the solar radiation releasing from the sun is approximately equal to the extraterrestrial radiation. So once the solar radiation entering into the atmosphere, it will be absorbed or reflected such that, okay, so the remaining amount will be reached towards the earth. Okay, so the earth, you can observe, this is the earth. This is the earth. Above earth we will have atmosphere. We will have atmosphere. In the atmosphere we will have, so you will have gaseous particles, water droplets or water particles, you can say solid particles you will have. Solid particles you will have. Okay, because of different particles are there, whenever solar radiation enters, okay, let us say from the sun, solar radiation will be uniformly released into the atmosphere. Okay, the space between atmosphere and the sun you can call as a extraterrestrial region. This region you can call as a extraterrestrial region. This region you can call as extraterrestrial region. Okay, the radiation received onto this region you can call as a extraterrestrial radiation. Extraterrestrial radiation. Okay, and okay, after extraterrestrial radiation, the solar radiation entering into the atmosphere. So here it will be absorbed, okay, by the gases and all the remaining particles. Remaining will reach towards the earth. The surface of the earth, where solar radiation will be received, can be called as a terrestrial region. Terrestrial region, and the solar radiation received on this region you can call as a terrestrial radiation. Terrestrial radiation. Okay. So always extraterrestrial radiation is more when comparing with the terrestrial radiation, because solar radiation after absorption and after reflection it will be reaches towards the earth. Okay. So likewise, okay, 30% of the solar radiation reached towards the earth will be reflected back to the atmosphere, which you can call as a Earth's albedo. Okay. So in the next class we will see. Next class.